teaches you how to be consistent, all these other things, how to be disciplined. But the overcommitment is what gets us in trouble when you have a whole culture built around guys that literally define themselves. Again, this is all mental, this is psychological. They define themselves as athletes and at worst dumb jocks. With the culture, with the weed and the women and the liquor and the silliness, right? And then pay attention now. I need y'all to listen. I need y'all to connect the dots. Let me know. Give me a yes if you're connecting the dots. Let me know if you're getting what I'm saying here. By the time they get to about 25, 26 years old, they haven't got any training on what it takes to be a black man. They haven't got any training on what it takes to survive. And I'm talking about I'm not talking about just being a big muscular man with a big beard. Like everybody knows how to grow a damn beard. Everybody knows how to imitate a rapper and wear the jewelry or whatever. I'm talking about doing the things that men are supposed to do, like provide for a family, like raise them damn babies that they got you out here making while you up here. You the athlete, you the big jock, and you got all these women, and you made all these babies. Well, now you made all these responsibilities and all these economic commitments. And you better keep your commitment. You better do your damn job. Because when you don't show up and do your job, the whole team fails. It's just like sports. Your family is your team. It's like a sport. When one teammate doesn't do their job, the whole team suffers. So every time you see, and I want you to connect with me on this, because this is not just an economic discussion. This is bigger than economics. This is life. Every time you see a guy who's got 7 babies mamas and 7 children that are just like, I don't even know my daddy. I don't like the guy. He don't send us nothing. It was just me and my mom. That's the common story. Anybody notice that how many people grow up and you hear that story, growing up, it was just me and my mom and it was a struggle. It was just me and my mom. That's become the black narrative. That's become the expectation. That, well, it's just me and my mom. And I personally think that if you're going to really talk about black economics, you got to start asking, well, where's daddy at least daddy's money? Like, I'm not saying daddy shouldn't show up with love and attention, but that's important too. And a lot of fathers do that, right? So Father's Day is coming up. So we're not here to crap all over fathers. We're not doing that. I'm a father, right? But at least like there should be something there that shows daddy's presence, right? Something that's there that, like, okay, we're able to buy a new house because daddy is contributing to the household. And I think that this is really speaking to something deeper and bigger when you talk about economics and athletics and everything else is, I'm doing a stream of consciousness here. I hope you can forgive me. I know typically I greet a lot of you when you come in. I apologize for that, but I'm really grabbing from the universe the next connecting point here, because this is an important conversation. When you're talking about black economics and you're talking about black family, and in my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, you can't have economics without family. You can't have economics without family. You cannot have economics without family. So the fact that you have no family explains a big chunk of the reason why you have no economics. It does. Do you understand? Do we get the connection? Give me a yes if you're following the connection, okay? So when you're talking about that economics and family, as a man, and with Father's Day coming up, I want to talk about just what it means to be a man in general, right? And because I think about manhood and I think about sports. I go back, my brain is on sports today. And in a minute, I'm going to talk about Caitlin Clark, because that was another sports topic that was on my mind. It's an economic conversation. But when I think about sports as a man, one of the things about sports is that manhood is partly defined by your ability to manifest. Man is short for manifest. Manifest means if I go and I play you on the football field and you tell me you're going to defeat me, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to manifest a victory for my team. I'm going to dominate you. I'm going to make sure that I manifest a reality that allows me to show you that I'm here and I'm present and I'm kicking ass and taking names and you can't stop me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like literally leaving a mark, leaving your mark. Most ambitious men have one thing in common. Most ambitious men have this in common. They want to leave a mark on the world. They don't want to be the wimpy little biatch sitting in the back that nobody knew was here and nobody benefited from. No man wants to be that. No real man does anyway. So as a man, you want to manifest. You want to use the power of God to leave a print that says, hey, I was here, man. I was here. You knew my presence meant something, right? And that's what we do in sports, right? Like if I'm a football player and we have a football team, we're like, no, we're going to show you what we can do. We're going to manifest the championship. We're going to manifest this reality. So my point is to say this. I think that when you talk about manhood in the context of this bigger game, the more important game called life, this competition that we're in called race and racism, this competition that we're in with other men around the world and white folks and everything else, all these people that want to oppress us, they want to take that ability to manifest, they want to take that manhood and reduce it to nothingness, right? There's been consistent conversations from people like Malcolm X and Dr. Claude Anderson, two men that are behind me, about the desire to emasculate the male, to make sure that his ability to manifest is pretty much killed, that anything you manifest is simply going to be an artifact of white supremacy, that the white man is going to decide what you're going to manifest, right? So here's what my point. So let's circle back to the basic idea of a man having children and a woman that he had children with. If your kids grow up and there's no evidence of your presence in their lives, either physically, emotionally, or financially, then you haven't done your job as a man because you haven't manifested anything. There's no evidence that you were there. There's no print that you left on the situation. There's no impact that you've had. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like so really, so in my view, I will say this, and again, this is my bias, this is my own personal opinion. And maybe you can get your sons or your uncles or your nephews to come watch. And if you're a man, I hope you'll hear what I'm saying.